Alright, and hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time we came here to the Temple of Time and turned into I don't know, I'd say probably a teenage Link, maybe. So, there's a new thing. Now, because we are older, a lot of our items can no longer be used because we are older. But they are not useless. As we will see later on, we are now stuck with the Master Sword and the the shield that we have on, and that is pretty much all that we have to go over now. So let's go ahead and leave. And the one thing that we know is that Hyrule is different. Ganondorf has pretty much taken over, and we must save Hyrule. So, be prepared to see a lot of differences. For example, right here, the market is pretty much swarming with redeads. Now, you could fight them if you want to, but I recommend not, as there are quite a few of them. I remember as a kid playing this game and making it this far in the game, I was terrified to walk in the market. I would avoid it. I'm in this room. We no longer have our very nice and useful rupee room. It is now completely different. We have a new guy in here. Well, thank you. My name is Link, isn't it? Yes, my name is Link. Thank you for... How do you know my name? Oh, you can read people's minds. Well, that's not creepy. Oh. Okay. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? That is a very, weird thing to just kind of say. If you had a face like mine, you'd be in a very different business. So this guy wants the world to get worse, apparently. Yes, so, basically, eventually, when we go Poe hunting, we can bring it to him and he will pay us for them, and that is quite useful later on. But we'll get into that when the time comes. So now let's go ahead and exit. Alright, now starting off, we're actually going to head straight ahead to Lon Lon Ranch. Oh my god, okay, you just came out of nowhere and hit me, thank you. Thank you, you jerk. So Hyrule Field is actually kind of calmer. Get the hell away from me, dude. I don't want to fight you right now. Go away. Shut up, Navi. I'm not talking to you. Okay, anyways. Hyrule Field is a lot calmer, even though you have these assholes running around, like, trying to hit you. In the middle of field. Gotta get out of here, guy. Like I was saying, it's calmer. Other than the pose, because there are no longer any more Peapods or the skeleton guys that come out at night. But here we find out that this guy has taken over the ranch because Ganondorf very nicely put him in charge instead of Talon. And I believe he's still actually here. I just have not been able to find him. So, but I know that he still works on the ranch, but he doesn't have any control over it. I think he stays in fear, if I remember correctly. But basically, we are going to ride a horse, and I already know how to ride a horse, so I don't think it's important that you must know. Right away, we're actually going to play... Actually, I kind of know it. Epona's song, if you remember correctly. We came here and learned it from the little girl, Malin. And now we have our friend, Epona, and she is our new trusty horse. So, I don't know, just for fun, we sort of... I'm really bad at riding a horse. We can sort of jump these fences. Okay, there we go. So now he offers for us to race him. I'm sorry I skipped the text, but I'm kind of... Thank you. Anyways, we want to just race him around the track. It's not that hard. As long as you can get ahead of him, it's not that big of a deal, really. Basically what you want to do is... what I do is use up all 5 of my first carrots and leave one. When it comes back, I use it. That makes it kind of easier because, as you can see, I won by a lot, so... But if you run out of all carrots, you go slower and you take longer to replenish, so you want to be careful of that. Now this time we're going to race again, but this time, if we win, we can keep the horse. So we better win, because we really need this horse. And he always does this to me. What an asshole. Dude, get out of the way. Right, so like I said, as long as you're ahead of him, you're pretty much good. Just stay on the edges, and that way he can't really pass you. Except when you're me, apparently. But we still won. I think that's the same amount of time around as the first time, so that's pretty good. Yes, and also, by the way, it's really important that you're riding Epona. Don't pick one of the other ones because they're not trained as well as Epona is. So you're not going to win unless you're riding Epona. So keep that in mind for when you do it, if you do it. Now he's going to be an asshole and lock us in. So, you know, we really... Every time I try to jump over him, like, it makes me talk to him. So I tend to just go over here and jump off of this area. I'm also pointed in the direction I want to go anyways. Now we have Epona, which we can ride around Hyrule Field, which makes it a lot easier getting around places, trust me. So, when you go into a place, she'll stay there waiting for you, and if you don't see her, you can always play her song, and she'll come to you, so... She's always there for you, but right now, we're gonna head to Kakariko Village because there's an item there. If you remember from last time, Sheik told us to head here first before going to the Lost Woods. Or hinted at it. And we're gonna leave her here and head on in because there is something in here that we need. Also, this isn't necessary, but I want to do it anyways. Which didn't do anything. I want it to be daytime though, because I just want it to be daytime. Now I feel better. There's an item in here that we need, and this guy is gonna give us some tips on how to get there. I tell you, I saw him. So now we've learned that Dampé is dead. So he's now a ghost, but he has some kind of treasure that he's holding out. So, I don't know, where do dead people hang out? Maybe the graveyard? It'd probably be a good place to start looking. In order to proceed in the story, we have to get it anyways, so make sure to come here first before heading to the Lost Woods. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to get into the temple. But before we head into where we need to go, if you planted this like I did, you will now have the ability to come up here and get a heart piece. We only need 2 more for another heart. So this gravestone has some flowers near it. Probably could have read it and it would have said, I don't know. Guess it doesn't matter now. But in here, there he is. There's our good friend Dampé. Now this is a race that is not exactly a race, really. We're just really kind of following him. He's not really difficult to keep up with. The only thing really that you should be kind of careful of is the fire that he drops. See, puts it in the middle of the path sometimes, not always. So just kind of be careful of that. Also, if you kind of lose him, keep in mind that if you see a rupee to go the other way, they usually lead you into the wrong end. So just keep that in mind. As long as you follow him and keep up with him, you should be okay. I know that when he goes into a door, it times you, and if you don't make it in time, you probably lose automatically. So just try your best to keep up with him. This one isn't that hard, and right now we are actually really close to the end. That is your halfway point. Fuck! I keep getting hit by the fire. That's not good. But he can fly, so he can just go right over the pit. But we can't, so we have to go all the way around. But we did it. 112, that's not really that good, but at least we kept up. That's always the best part. But because we kept up, we got the Hookshot. Yes, this is a very useful item, actually. It does sound cool. Thank you, Dante. Be careful on your way back. I don't really know what he means by that. It's not really a good way to leave us in a dungeon. But here's the Hookshot, and it pretty much says exactly what he just said. So thanks for repeating yourself, game. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for playing my game. That's the wrong thing. Now we have that, so we can't go back out that way. What do you have to say, Navi? I don't really care. We have to do this first. Why? Why? Now this is kind of a thing that's not really explained very well. Really, the only way to know what you have to do is to lock on and talk to Navi, which is probably the last thing that you really want to do. But she will tell you that this is the same symbol from the Door of Time. So that's kind of a hint as to what to do here, and we will run into these quite often. But if we play the song... No. Yes, if we play the Song of Time, these blocks will go away. Or they'll appear in a different place. It just depends on where we are and how useful said thing is. Alright, so now we are in a place that we never were before. And right away, we can equip the Hookshot. And you can go across there, but I usually just like to go over here. Obvious reasons. Heart piece. And if we drop down and talk to this awesome guy, you can learn a new song, which isn't really important yet. Oops, I just skipped everything he had to say. Now, I don't know if this is referencing something in the future, but because we didn't come in here before, so how does he remember us? But I guess, you know, I'm assuming it's something in the future. But if we pull our ocarina out, he will teach us a song. Now, for some reason, after you play the song, everything starts getting really crazy and fast in here, so that's kind of weird. But we have one more thing to grab here in the village before we leave, or really end the episode. And that... Oh my god, there's a crazy old man! Oh god. I don't even know who he was. But that's okay. But now that we have the hookshot, we can actually climb on roofs! Isn't that exciting? Oh my god, I almost missed the roof. I'm an idiot. Okay, here's the other roof. And right here in the back... Oh, well, we have to be That was a waste of time. That was a big waste of time. Alright, so now that it's nighttime, we can take out the sculpture that is now here. Now, because... You're kidding me. The hookshot is pretty powerful. All we have to do is... You can actually also grab it with the hookshot. I like the boomerang, but better. Anyways. Oh, that was crazy. Anyways, next time we will continue onwards and hopefully make it to the entrance of the Forest Temple. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you then. Goodbye!